first met Nick when the people who organised the Florence Biennale asked me to exhibit in Florence to do with fashion and art, and I was meant to do it on my own, but I wanted to collaborate with someone, and I thought who would I want to work with, and what sort of images I wanted to produce. And so I come up with the ideas of the images in my head, and it just come to Nick, and so I contacted Charlotte, and we had a meeting, and I went over what I wanted to do, and yeah, that was it really.
Okay, what sort of period was that in your life?
That was, I mean, the time that was happening, it was kind of chaotic. It was, I was starting to work for Givenchy, and everything was going crazy. And I don't know, it was kind of mad. And then I asked Nick, I suppose that's why one of the pictures I asked Nick to do was of my head exploding, because that's how I felt personally, that my head was a bit like I do now, that my head is just about to explode. Couple.
Would you agree that there is a kind of violence in Nick's work and also in your shows?
It's not so much violence, it's just confronting the norm. I don't think there's violence. I mean, there's a hint of sadisticness, but don't we all have that? You know, but you know, it's good to let your anger out and let love in. And I think it's good that if you can put anger on a picture instead of smacking someone in the face, it's a bit more safer. But no, I don't. I think Nick just confronts things with the same imagination as I do. You explore a different part of your psyche that people shouldn't really go to, but you do. And what you see in Nick's images and my images is just confronting that shit.
What does Nick give to you, and what does Nick get from you? What do you bring each other?
Nick brings to me complete professionalism and sort of like an understanding of the technique in what he does. And if I choose to work with anyone, there has to be that give and take between two people. You can't just, you know, there has to be something there. I think I bring to him my crazy ideas and my crazy brain that sometimes people don't think can come off the ideas, and that's what I like doing. I like having an idea, like the Ring of Fire and the last McQueen show. I mean, it's such a simple idea, but the techniques of it is very hard to do, and but you know, that's the challenge. If you don't have a challenge in your work, then what's the point in carrying on doing it? So I think I bring Nick a challenge. Yeah, I bring him my psychotic brain.
What do you feel he brings you?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's kind of personal. It brings me. I don't know. When we work together, we sort of like we think as one. Because usually, what I was thinking, he was also thinking. No matter which directions it come out, we both had the same idea on, you know, be it Hans Belmer type dummy of Carmen Hawk, and put a superimposing a doll's face. It's kind of scary because dolls are kind of scary to look at. But you know, something. But we also admit to each other that some things don't always work out right. Like the girl in the Barford Tree call was too dark. I mean, it's a fantastic idea, but you know, it was the most hardest one to take out of them images for the Florence Biennale. But it didn't all come off, unfortunately. But you know, but we can admit to that because it just makes us just learn. Even Nick Knight or Alexander McQueen, you never stop learning from what you do. But at least you've done it, you've been there. And that's what he likes, I think, Nick. He likes to go that far. And, you know, if he makes mistakes, or if I make mistakes, it's good because then you can just reflect on them. But you have to, if you don't try, you never know. So that's what we do with the photography now. What I do with Nick is just try. You know, I mean, the idea of putting for the face issue, putting the girl on a bed of nails, you know, it's. I mean, I'm actually surprised no one ever thought of it before. I don't think I've ever seen a picture of a girl on a bed of nails, but it was just, I don't know where it come from. I don't know where half of it comes from, but it's all like, I just thought I had this idea of them people that lay on nails in like circuses or freak shows where, you know, they're just laying on nails and they think they're really cool, and then all of a sudden this girl's had a really big, you know, the trick went wrong. She got spit. But that's nothing misogynist, people. That's just you know, just a metaphor.